in the welterweight division at UFC 304. This is your main event for the welterweight title. You got Leon Edwards, current champion, coming in at 22-3, taking on Belal, remember the name, Muhammad, who comes in at 23-3. So both of these guys with very similar records. This is going to be a great championship fight. Not one that I think a lot of people are really wanting to see, but at least it gets the division moving forward regardless of who wins. Now, Edwards is 3 inches taller at 6'2". He's right in the prime, 32 years old. Belal Muhammad, 35. Edwards has a 2-inch reach advantage. He fights left-handed. Muhammad fights right-handed. Now, Belal's better in terms of activity and takedowns. He lands 4.6 significant strikes per minute to 2.8 for Edwards, and lands 2 takedowns every 3 rounds. Edwards just 1 every 3 rounds, but Edwards has good takedown defense. So as we dig a little bit deeper, Rocky, aka Leon Edwards, like I said, 70% takedown defense. That's really good. Beat Colby Covington by decision to defend the belt. Beat Usman twice to win the belt and retain the belt. And beat Nate Diaz prior to that. Now, on the other hand, Belal Muhammad's on a tremendous run. He did have the no contest against Edwards, but other than that, he's run off like 9 straight victories, right? He's unbeaten in the last 10 fights. So both of these guys, very similar. This is like when you had Oliveira versus Makhachev, both guys on tremendous winning streaks. But because of the no contest, it's hard to say winning streak, which they both are on. But when you look at the unbeaten streak, both of these guys are like 10, 11, 12 fights in since they lost. So it's a perfect matchup. Now, despite the numbers, what we saw in the first fight is after the first round, Leon Edwards led 19-8 in significant strikes, right? The fact that Edwards is a lefty really was confusing Belal Muhammad. He was having trouble being active, right? Think about it. He was averaging like 1.4 significant strikes per minute compared to his normal average, which is way below the normal average. So I think that's a sign of what's to come in this fight. Leon Edwards tend to keep his opponents off balance, which we saw against Colby Covington, right? Colby just landing 44 significant strikes in a 5-round fight. Did have 2 takedowns, but I don't think Belal will do that to Leon. Leon's too good here. He's got the height advantage. He's got the experience. He's the current champion. He's fighting at home. For all those reasons, I like Leon Edwards to get the job done in this fight and win it by decision. It's going to go the distance. In my opinion, it's going to be a long fight, but he'll win by unanimous decision to move to 23-3. And it's hard to say how, but he's just going to limit Belal Muhammad. That's the bottom line, to retain the welterweight belt here at UFC 304.